Without further ado, welcome to the Ethical Hacking Guest and Wholesomeness podcast. Today we have a guest, Cassio. So first I want to start with a disclaimer. We are not doing anything suspicious here. I'm just like talking educational stuff, sharing knowledge, trying to encourage people to enter cybersecurity and learn about that. We need more people and more talent. And why am I here? I'm a penetration tester that used to be terrified of public speaking, so I created a podcast to put myself more into like those situations. And today we have Cassio because he is a founder of BSIDES Kraków. And welcome, Cassio. Can you maybe introduce yourself to everyone and tell something about you?
Oh, yes. First of all, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the time. A short introduction, I would say I was just a developer, very bored about doing the same every day. And then I switched after 10 years, maybe 12 years, I switched it to forensics and cybersec, but forensics, investigation, and so on. But the destiny brought me back to development. So then but I still kept working cyber with application security and DevSecOps. That's in short, I would say. I'm from Brazil, living here in Poland already for 4 years. I can understand and speak a bit Polish, but definitely not fluent yet. And I organize B-sides. I have a podcast as well. I try to share knowledge as much as I can with not only the conference, but also with meetups and other meetings. I really like to engage with community because I think this exchange that we do of knowledge is the best thing that we have on our area. So that's it. Besides this, I'm also husband, father, son, brother. I have cat, dog, all the package.
Cats mentioned. My question, to follow up what you already said, what makes you happy? Because that's usually not so obvious.
Yeah, maybe a few years ago, I would say that it's my job, my work, and so on. But life changed a lot. Today, what makes me happy is the ability to share what I've accumulated over these 20 years already working on now and development and cyber. So I really like to give back to the community. So this makes me happy in general. But this is professional side, right? As a person, I would say what makes me happy is that I know that I have a purpose and that I can fulfill that purpose throughout my family, my daughter, my wife, and do the best as I can as a human.
That's the most beautiful answer I've heard on this podcast. So thank you for being a good person here. My next question is more about cybersecurity. So tell us more about your path into cyber. Like, what was the thing that made you think this is it, and I am meant to do that?
I always liked hacking, all this kind of things. But 20 years ago, we were just talking about hacking. That was the word, right? Not much specific things, but I was always engaged in this. And since I started working in IT, like mounting computers, motherboards, GPUs, CPUs, and so on, and then I jumped into development. But I was always with a ear, let's say, in hacking, in this kind of things. So I was always there checking something news here and there, doing maybe one training here and there, going to conference and so on. But there was an opportunity to do a post graduation course in Brazil. We have this kind of graduation, and then you have the post graduation. And I was doing that after already over a decade of software development, and I was already tired. And then I jumped into this course, 1 year and a half course. I met a lot of nice people there, and then I jumped into forensics and investigation. I already have a lot of knowledge, had a lot of knowledge in development and so on, but in forensics, like definitely you might use one or two things for automation and so on. And then when I see the possibilities, like I was jumping into fighting pedophiles or fighting cyber, like real cyber crime, organized crime, and all these things. And I said, oh damn, this is it. Like I was all my life looking for a purpose rather than just creating code connecting to a database and saving information. And then I said, okay, this is it. But after maybe 2 years working in forensics, as an assistant or junior or something like this, I had an opportunity to work with AppSec. So all my knowledge from development plus cyber. Then I said, okay, maybe that would be the whole purpose. And today it is a purpose to make our society better throughout the secure software, right? Everything that we use and we do depends on software, so it's our duty to make it secure. So that's a bit of my past and where I am today. Between this, I was also working as a teacher. So I taught in through 7 years in universities, also in Brazil, graduation, post-graduation, maybe 4 or 5 different universities. I still work as a teacher, like part-time. And I started as a teacher exactly to better public speaking and all these things. I think today I'm much better than 10 years ago. And it's also a pleasure, like to be able to share what you have. This is unpayable, I would say. So that's it.
Yeah, that's actually relatable, because like when I started in cybersecurity, I did everything myself. I didn't have any mentor, like no one really helped me. After a while, I decided to be the senior that I didn't have when I was a junior. So that's how I started to share. So I kind of relate to what you just said. And so
Nice.
my next question is about your current location. So what stood behind your decision to move to Krakow, Poland, and then found BSIDES conference? And also, like, how do you like it in Krakow? And did you know that Polish women are called winter Latinas?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. First, I moved here exactly because of my wife. She is Polish. We've met in 2020, like 2 months before the COVID pandemic and everything. So I met her. Long story short, she was in Brazil 2 times during the COVID. I couldn't come to Europe, but after a year, I just found a job here and then moved. Right, we got married and so on. Then I moved here. That's the reason I came here, because the love of my life lives here. That's why I came here. And regarding the second point, I would say yes. Latinos are totally different. The other side of the world it's totally different, not only personally, but the culture, the food, and everything. But not totally different, right? Poland is like very Catholic. I am Catholic. We have more or less, much more or less, like the same ingredients. It's just prepared different. I definitely prefer Brazilian food. But yeah, I live here and I like here. You know, I don't have everything that I had for 33 years of my life here. My friends, food, language, everything's different. So you kind of miss that. On the other hand, I'm not here because of all of this. I'm here, as I said in the beginning, because I have a purpose. And my purpose is my wife and my family. So wherever they are, I will be there. So it doesn't matter actually if I like or not Krakow. If she wants to live in Krakow, we're gonna live in Krakow. If she wants to go to Brazil, we'll go to Brazil. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the follow-up question is, because you are the founder of BSIDES Krakow. So what was the idea behind that? Why did you decide to create
Cool.
it?
That's a good one. I'm from São Paulo, the 10th city, biggest city in the world, 13 million people, which means we have meetups and conference every day there. So you can find anything, anytime, every time, like doesn't matter. When I moved here and I was like, okay, where they meet? Krakow was like back then was 1 million people, like after the war and so on. And then I was like, okay, where's the meetups? Where's BSIDES Krakow? Because BSIDES is everywhere, more than 200 cities around the world. So when I arrived here, I was already looking for the local community to engage, to meet people, and so on. And there was nothing. There was only confidence for 1,500 zlotys, which is, to me personally, is nonsense.
It's too much
Nothing,
for me too.
yeah, nothing against it, but it's just nonsense, right? For juniors, for internees, and so on. So anyway, so when I jumped here, like, okay, where are the conference? Where are the meetups? And then I approached the guys from OWASP Poland. We did the first meetup in Krakow, in Poland, actually after the COVID from OWASP. I was hosting in the company I was working before. And then I said, okay, why I don't start BSIDES. We don't have BSIDES here. There was BSIDES Warsaw, but they are doing online. After COVID, they didn't come back. Anyway, and then I started BSIDES. I talked to the main, let's say, not organization, but the people who take care of the name, or actually the creators of the BSIDES idea in Las Vegas, in US. I talked to them. They told me the rules. Basically, you can use the name. The event, the conference should be free or most free possible, driven by the community, sponsors, and so on. That's the whole idea. So that's how it started. I created because there was no BSIDES here, and I wanted to engage. I wanted to meet people and share everything. So then I created BSIDES. This year is going to be the 4th year. I remember first year we had 100 people. This year we're going for 500 people already. So
Nice.
it's been very nice.
Oh, and like a follow-up thing, like you said, BSIDES Warsaw didn't come back, but I know that last year there were like a conference.
Yes.
So
they didn't
think,
come back like right after the COVID, but 2 years after they started back. But I think it's still online last year. This year, actually, they are planning to come
in person.
face-to-face. Yeah, in person. I missed the word.
Yeah. So actually, thank you for doing that, because like among Polish people, we have like sometimes that thinking, oh, why are you doing that? Like, I don't know, you're wasting your time. Like something like, if you want to do something, then your friend will come and will tell, oh, you know, like, why are you doing that? Like, forget about it. You know, so you came with like a fresh blood and created something, and just like that. And I think that's really cool. And I wanted to thank you because that's a good conference.
Yeah. Don't need to thank me, but I also felt this. You mentioned the about Latinos and so on, and I felt this difference. Like here, people used to think more, and as you said, they are worried what the others who's gonna say and so on. And in Latin America, like people still starve. People are still dying because they starve. People are still stealing each other's. Like some problems that not that much here in Poland, in Europe, I would say in general. So we are much more executors. We need to survive. We need to do. Like we don't wait too much. We don't care about what's gonna other people gonna say. We just do. So the first BSIDES, I basically asked the company I was working for, like, I need this space. Can I use it? They said yes. I said okay. So I already have the conference. It's just a matter of open the copper papers, get speakers, and get audience. And since then we start just growing and doing the same. But I am a very how to say, I was very procrastinator before. Now I'm executor. Like I do everything. Doesn't matter if it fail, it fail. If it's success, it's success. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's very important, because we, like a human being, tends to like overthink everything, and then like we talk ourselves out of doing that. But like actually the success is achieved by just like taking the first step and then figuring out how to do that thing and learning on the go. So that's actually a good approach.
Yep.
Okay, I have a few questions about AppSec and DevSecOps now. So let's go, I guess. So what's your current take on the state of security testing in DevSecOps? I don't know, DevOps, and how do you think it can be improved, better support? I will start from the top. It's like a long question.
That's right.
What's your take on the current state of security testing in DevOps, and how do you think it can be improved to better support continuous integration and delivery?
Okay. I will make analogy so you
Sure.
and the audience will understand better. We have some people that they are fitness, they eat healthy, they go to the gym, they go to the doctor regularly just to check, they take advice, they study regarding these things. They are, let's say, proactive on doing the right thing. And we have other kind of people who is eating anything they want, drinking, taking drugs. They go to the doctor once they have some pain or some serious, and the doctor is gonna say something, they have some problem, and then you start working on that problem, you fix that problem, you continue your lifestyle of drinking, eating whatever you want, not going to the gym, that's all. And you have, let's say, the middle, right? People who is not going to the gym, they also don't eat trash, they kind of eat good food, like the mix between both of them. AppSec is this mix and the worst case. people are just coding, people, I mean, companies, right? Not only developers, but companies. They are just delivering, making everything work, making the business run. That's perfect. If they have an incident or a problem, they will then ask the doctors, oh, could you please check what I have? And then we scan the code, scan the application, etc., etc., etc. Oh, you have a problem here, here, and there. Ah, okay, let's fix this, this, and there. Sometimes they fix and continue, right? Delivering, creating more code, creating more software. And we have some companies that they are like thinking ahead, and they are actually, oh, wait, before I deliver this code or this application, let me scan, let me check, let me make sure that everything is there, right? Secure. But it's still like small, as I said, you have the fitness person and you have, there, I don't know, some numbers, like, I don't know, 1 every 10 person, 2 every 10 person, I don't know, something like this. In the AppSec realm is the same thing, right? Not all the companies thinking this way. They are just coding, developing, and delivering. After, if they have a problem, they will check security. Some of them are checking before, but it's not the ideal word. The ideal word is like everybody should be responsible and accountable for delivering proper secure software, because they are affecting society, not only their pockets or their business or their names or reputation. But if I screw up with some bank software, I might affect the customers of the bank, so the society itself, right? So once companies start thinking about this, then they might improve better. Also, there are a lot of costs and so on. We know that, but the cost of an attack or an incident is much higher than investing in cybersec. So that's the scenario. You have the fitness and non-fitness, more or less, I would say.
Okay, thank you. That was because like I'm not totally in AppSec I used to be, but it was like a good analogy, and I hope everyone understood what you mean. So thank you for like doing it that way. And my next question is, how do you stay up to date with the latest vulnerabilities, threats, and trends in application security, and how do these impact your podcast guests and listeners?
Oh, that's a good point. I think just by going to the conference, events, meeting people, and so on, you start also listening a lot, hearing a lot, getting a lot, right? I don't have specific, like, okay, I read this blog or that. Like, it's just a lot of things every day. Twitter or X is still a good source, even though people there are fucking crazy. But if you follow the correct ones, you still have the good source of truth and good source of information. The course in general, I would say, is not the best scenario. Like, you have only some certifications, but certification is like a focus on a product or a specific thing, and it's not a very good way to stay updated, but a way to learn and to develop, but not to actually stay updated. So actually, the DevSecOps podcast helps me to get updated, to be updated, because I'm inviting people from everywhere, from vendors, from other companies, and so on, and they are actually bringing me these inputs. So I learn from basically from the other professionals, right? We have a lot of good professionals out there, and I think that so far it's been the best way to learn from other professionals, interviewing them, talking to them, as we are doing here, for example, right? So.
I have a question, but I will copy it and ask it a bit later after the next question. And my next question is, can you discuss, and thank you for answering, that was like a very good, and the next question is, can you discuss your approach to creating engaging and informative content for your courses and podcast audience, particularly when it comes to covering complex technical topics like AppSec and DevSecOps?
Oh, that's a good point as well. I would say one thing that maybe I'm doing wrong, I don't know, but I definitely don't do what people are asking to. If I would do everything that people comment on my YouTube channel, I wouldn't be doing AppSec. I would be discussing gossips or other bullshits. So I keep the focus, like, okay, I'm the professional, I'm the specialist, I'm getting updated, I'm talking to people, I'm on the field, I'm working every day with this. So I know how to do it. So I will share the way, how to do it, how not to do it, and teach people exactly what they need to be taught. Usually they're asking, for example, I started the YouTube channel with forensics. So I have a lot of comments like, oh, how to do this, how to, I don't know, how to check on the computer memory, like dump the memory and so on. Like, it's not more AppSec. So I just ignore, like, because if I give attention to everything that they need or they want on this side, I would definitely not building the proper thing. So to keep this pace, I would say, of course, AI is helping a lot. So I always ask AI, okay, what are the trends, what are the topics, and so on. But I keep the in Brazil we have a sentence like you keep the rice and beans, like you keep the basic. Don't try to make lasagna or pizza or whatever if you don't know how to boil the water. So learn how to boil the water and make ice cubes, and then you go doing harder dishes. So I keep this like, guys, this is AppSec, this is the process, this is the tooling, this is how you should do, and then I go deep and deep and deep and deep on these specific things, rather than going with AI, jumping here and there, launching rockets to the moon. Like, no, let's. We have too much information. We are flooded with too much things. So I definitely keep simple. So I'm not like, I would say I'm not following the trends or the how is the other word that they talk about this, hypes. I'm not following the hypes. And so, like, guys, this is AppSec. This is I'm going to teach you. That's all. If you're expecting me to jump into a tub with Nutella, I'm not doing that. That's the point.
Yeah, that's like I think it's a good strategy, and people I think get a bit lost with like following the newest things. Like I read the other day that Facebook stopped hiring people for AI because they like find out other companies. I think Nvidia have like financial problems because like hiring too much, and it's not that like I don't know afford like it doesn't bring you that much money that as they think
Value,
they will.
yeah.
So it's like yeah, following everything that's new. I guess like in the moment it may be like you think that's cool, but you don't really like can see in the future and like no, it's not going to be the thing. So I think it's best to just focus on the thing that you do best, that you like doing, and yeah, just follow with that.
Yeah, one. If I could comment something more on this,
Yeah, sure.
I would say something just like Netflix, right? You open Netflix and you spend 10 minutes choosing something to watch, unless it's this hype series that you already like. You are going there to watch this specific thing. Otherwise, you just are there like scrolling, trying to find something. It's too many things. It's not a problem itself. It's their business, right? So I try to keep my channel and my content not like this. Like, you want AppSec, you will find here. But if you want random things in CyberSec, you definitely not find here. So I want to make sure that people are looking for this kind of content, they will find here, rather than me trying to get 1 million followers or whatever. Like, I don't care. If I have one people that I can teach, it's fine. If I have 1,000, that's fine as well. That's the point.
Oh, and can you tell like everyone where they can find your podcast, like where they should I go, like
Oh
YouTube?
yeah, in YouTube, everything you can find everything like on Instagram. Basically, Instagram I have content, YouTube and Twitter or X. But in YouTube, you just find my search by my name, Cássio Batista Pereira, or DevSecOps podcast. I think is the easiest way to find everything.
Okay, and we just shared the links in the chat as well.
Yeah.
So
Best thing. Yeah.
yeah, to your Linktree, LinkedIn, and besides.
Oh, I have too. Yeah, I have too many things. I have a lot of content still in Portuguese because I still focus on Brazilian market as well. But I rather doing a lot of things as well in English, so you can follow, and there will be a lot of content in English, especially
Is
the
it like
podcast.
a good like thing for people that want to learn Portuguese and maybe like, I don't
Oh
know,
yeah, but
make friends?
yeah, I speak fast in English. So imagine in Portuguese.
Oh yeah. That's like a level hard,
Yeah, a lot of
harder
slangs.
harder than Duolingo for sure. So the question from the chat was, do you have tips for to start the journey to forensic?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think one important thing to start in forensics is to know operational systems, like know very good Windows. I would say focus on Windows because most of the people use Windows, so most of the shit happens on Windows. So Linux is important and so on, but focus on the operational system. Like, understand the deep how Windows works. You have thousands of books about this. There was a like huge one, like a Bible. I don't remember the name, the title, but was a very good one because it will teach you how the oh, I don't know these words in English, but how the hard drive system works, like NTFS, EXT, and so on. So this is very important for forensics and investigation, how to recover data, how to search for logs, how to search for things. This is, I would say, the best way to start. Know the operational system, focus on Windows.
Okay. I think that's a good advice, good like at least where to start. So Thank you.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to ask more detailed questions about BSIDES and what it takes to organize an event like that. Like, what can you say about it? Like if you would if I would come to you and ask, okay, I know you started a conference, like, okay, where should I start if I want to do like my own edition? Like, what to do? So.
Yeah. Besides was like I was volunteering beside São Paulo, where we have, I don't know, 5,000 people. Like it's a huge conference. So I knew more or less how things work. So when I came here, I was okay. I need a place. The name I already have. I just talk to the organization. So basically, I need a place and speakers, and then the audience will come because besides has already a name, would be natural, and it was. I opened the cover papers. I just created a like simple website, index on Google. So everything started organic. Of course, I was posting on channels, talking to people and so on, but everything just started organic. So to start a conference, I would say it's very important to decide if you do it online or in person. I strongly advise not online anymore. People are too much with online stuff, so it's good to make them go somewhere. It's good to have a place. And the place, I would say, you don't need Tauron Arena, right here in Krakow. I mean, it would be nice, yeah? but maybe you don't need the Tauron Arena if you have 1,000 people. But if you have 1 million, you might need. So the point is, have a place where it is accessible for people, like close to tram, close to train, like not so far and so on. So you make easy to people to come. Considering Poland is also good to consider, like not on the winter, maybe not on top summer. So it's good to, I don't know, autumn, spring. In Brazil, you have this problem, like it's always hot, so it doesn't matter. And here, no, here now people are traveling for the summer. On the winter, nobody wants to go out, so you have this mix. That's why besides is on autumn, so it's good weather, etc., etc. So it's good to decide on this as well, and then decide on maybe on the topic. Like you want to just talk about one topic. It's a broad audience, or going to discuss about everything, because this might define your theme. So you can, I don't know, you have the one woman in red topic, for example, would be good to, I don't know, just some idea, conference for women as a speakers, I don't know, something like this. So it's good you shape all of that, and then you start creating the, I would say, first website and so on. Maybe one advice is don't engage too much in social media, because you're gonna forget about the conference and stay in social media, promoting and so on. It's important, people must know. But if you see BSIDES Kraków, like Instagram and so on, I just post some, okay, we have this sponsor, conferences this date, we have tickets, like basic stuff. We're not there engaging. So that's panorama, I would say, some overview of the thing. So.
Actually, I took some notes, so thank you.
Yeah, good.
uh, good stuff. Okay, so what can we expect this year, like from this year's conference? Can you tell us more, like advertise it?
Oh, this year is greater than ever. We have one. I don't want to give much spoilers, but we have Black Hat talks this year. So same presentations that were in Black Hat Asia, there will be in BSIDES Kraków. So this is awesome. We have speakers from everywhere in the world, people from Middle East, people from Europe, Poland, other countries in Europe, people from South America, from North America, US, Brazil, and so on. People from you have good presentations from threat intelligence to websec to malwares to all the topics. So that's about BSIDES. We have this year also exclusive trainings a day before the conference. They are paid, but to be honest, if you buy the same trainings on the exclusive school in America, you would pay $10,000 easily. On BSIDES, you have for 300 euros. I don't know, something like this. So there is a price, but it's like super cheap. Same quality, same instructors or teachers and so on. Like, it's very nice. This is provided by one of the sponsors, Black Hills and guys from Anti-Siphon, which is already helping us from third year. They're super partners. So this is, you can expect also this year. And of course, bigger than ever. Like first one was 100 people, then 200 people, then 300 people. This year we are aiming for 500. We already have sold out almost 400. I was checking today before the talk, like almost 400 tickets already sold. So we expect like a huge conference, the same place as was last year in Ageha University.
Cool.
So in middle, almost city center, so pretty nice location as well. So will be awesome.
Yeah, it's like I'm very excited about this, and like last year was my first time going there, and I was like really blown away when I found out about the anti-siphon trainings before the conference, because I was kind of like a silent lurker of a fan of that like training company. So and I knew they are like from United States, and I like didn't expect like to meet them in like Krakow. So I was like really excited, and
Yeah.
I took one of the training, was really good. I was like really impressed, and what was like really nice, because I don't really earn in American dollars, so it was nice that they came here and like cut the course price in half, so
Yeah.
it was like affordable for the students, and I don't know, for me. So
Yeah.
but also like it was like good conference for me personally, because I started talking with the Black Hills people, and like after the conference they hired me, and I was like I think I had like the most successful in that year presentation at the conference, where I didn't really expect a lot of people to show up. I was talking about social engineering, and like the full room was like filled with people. There were like people sitting on the floor, so I was like really blown away. And I had some good feedback at the end of it, so I could like make the presentation better for next time as well. So just wanted to say that this is like very cool conference, and people are like abroad, people are like a bit like shy, I don't know, maybe scared to come, because they think, oh, everything will be in Polish. I don't know Polish. But actually, like most people in Krakow speak English, and the conference is fully in English international. There's like, I don't think there's like even one talk in Polish. So I just encourage everyone to come, and like there's like 100 tickets still left. So be quick, I guess.
And if I could add to this, like besides exactly this, it's free. Like you have option to donate, I don't know, 1 zloty, 1 million zloty, whatever, or you have the free ticket. That's the whole idea of the conference. You don't need to pay to go to this kind of conference. So you go, you have the best knowledge people, and you share and you learn. Like it doesn't matter if you are senior or junior, starter, like you just can go. Other conference, you might need to spend 1,000-2,000 to see how it is in Polish sometimes, or English. But anyway, with some specific topics that might not be the ones you want. And in BSIDES, you have this year, you're going to have 3 tracks, like the last year, 3 tracks. So 3 rooms with simultaneously speakers like running their sessions and so on, plus the two villages like cyber games village, AppSec and offensive security village. So it's like a lot of content for free. Plus you're gonna have food, coffee break, whatever, like all for free. That's the whole community driven. We rely on sponsors, of course, and not everything for free. So sponsors are supporting us. That's super nice, from local companies as well, and also international companies, that we are able to make all this great conference, like provide food, provide the after party for everyone. But this, what you mentioned, is not the first case I hear, will not be the last one. Like you were hired right before the conference. The guys working for you were hired previous year, right after the conference as well, because they were there meeting the people. First, besides here, I met a couple that they met in BSIDES, I don't know, somewhere in Slovakia, Slovenia, something, and they met and they just fell in love and they got married. So it's a lot of nice stories in BSIDES everywhere. My security career started in BSIDES São Paulo when I was going first time there, also for free, including alcohol, by the way, there, and barbecue. So invite you to Brazil one day if you want to go to BSIDES. So you were invited to go. But that's about the BSIDES, right? This spirit, this community stuff. Not you are going to see a vendor presenting their products or to sell you anything. No, you are going to share knowledge, to build community.
Yeah, and I what I really liked about that is like when I started, I'm like a very, I wouldn't say like maybe very, but I'm introverted person, and like my favorite place in the world is my home. So I don't really like leaving my home a lot. So when I'm going to like a conference, it's already like a burning out kind of like feeling for me. But besides conferences, like so intimate, and it's like not a huge like I don't know, black hat DEF CON kind of level conference. there's like no like I don't know blinking lights and like big like bombs flashing. I don't
Big
know
show.
what.
It's not a big
Yeah,
show.
big show, but it's like so intimate, and you can meet people, and then you feel like encouraged. Okay, so okay, I went out of my shell. It's quite nice. Maybe I should do this more often. I'm not scared. So yeah, I think this is like a good like place to start, and yeah, do it.
And the good thing about this is like sometimes we are shy, introvert. We are in our, as you said, in our shell, but we forgot that everybody around us might feel the same. So it's just go out, speak, and people
yeah.
will feel comfortable with you. That's it.
Yeah, and you can like you don't know if you don't try and you don't test
Yeah.
things. So I just got a subscription, so I would change the screen for a second.
Oh,
Thank
for
you so
sure.
much for doing that. I appreciate you a lot. Okay, let's get back and yeah, I'm kind of like wrapping up. We're like half like done here, but I have a few questions more. But if anyone has any other questions, then please go ahead, type in the chat. So my question is, if you could go back in time 10 years, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, to me personally, I would say like Cassio, please do your conversion as soon as possible. And I mean that like seriously. I don't know, maybe it's not the whole purpose to talk about personally, but you asked it in this way, so
Yeah, that's
I feel
personal.
open to this, right? So I was always Catholic, baptized and so on, but I was not this one like going to church and following what I should do in my perspective. So 10 years ago, I would definitely come back and say like, man, you should try following Jesus like today. Don't wait. Now I am much more trying to do this, but my advice would be like, do it now. Don't wait.
Yeah, like actually, that's like a very good advice. And actually, like as a human being, that's like don't wait. It's a good advice as well because we
Yeah.
procrastinate and then we wake up. Okay, 20 years has passed by and I still
Yeah.
haven't tried.
And this is important. You mentioned something like you wanted to be the senior that you didn't had when you were junior, right?
Yeah,
So now that I mean, I'm nobody, but I'm 20 years working, 37 years age. I have some experience. So one thing that made me a good professional is the same thing that made me a better human, which is like one thing is the consequence of the other, right? I'm a better professional if I'm in a good mood, if I have my strength, and if I'm a good human. And there is no other thing that made me better than Jesus Christ. So I cannot say different, like, okay, study this, read this book and that. Like you can be the best professional, but still have burnout, but still don't know the purpose of your life, that still be a terrible person to your peers. So this actually changed my life like for real. So I'm being responsible, sharing the best thing to me with the others. Like this might not work for you. I doubt that, but you should try. That's what I can say.
yeah. Thank you. That's a very good advice. And
The same I would say. Stop being developer. Go to AppSec. It will be very good for you.
yeah, we need you here. So I would also say like go into like be hacker or like a pen
Yeah,
tester
yeah.
because
Leave
that's
development.
actually yeah actually I my first job was for local government. I was accounting European Union funds, and it was like a totally soul sucking job, and I really hated every second of it. So this is like your whole life, like this, like it doesn't look good, you know. So are you happy? And yeah, no, not really. So what do you think? Like, do you want to continue this? Like, what can we do about that? Because you're pretty miserable. It's like cannot be any worse than that right now. So I started thinking and yeah, and then started asking myself questions like, oh, who you are, what do you like, what is your dream, what you wanted always to do, and like started asking me questions and like trying to know who I am as a person to like understand what should I do next, because like how can you create like I don't know like a path for you if you don't know who you are, you never like thought about that, you know. So then yeah, I always wanted to do IT. I'd be like kind of like a programmer slash hacker of a person because I think that's the coolest. Always resonated with me when I like watched movies or saw someone like is working like that. That changed my life when I discovered testing. It was my path into IT. So just wanted to say that I'm super happy right now that I made this decision. Because if you feel you're like miserable in your life and you know there is something that you really want to do, I say maybe try at least learning something about it, like sending a few CVs. I'm not saying you to quit your job first, be homeless or whatever, but start doing something that will put you closer to the goal that you have. And I think that's what life is about. Okay, that's like a long
Yeah.
share.
No, but yeah, imagine for example, I learned from my mother. She's dead already. She's in heaven now. But I learned from her to always help the other, help the next person. Like it's not about yourself. And maybe I created B-sides. Maybe I do the meetups and so on exactly to this. And seeing that you found a job, other stories and so on. Imagine if I didn't create this. I mean, of course you would find another job, another thing, but imagine our paths crossed because of this, and you are where you are. I am where I am. I'm not saying you have a job because of me. It's not this, right? I'm just saying you see how our paths created because
Yeah.
of one decision in the past. You're gonna be speaking, like you were speaking last year, you're gonna be speaking this year. Your speaker also changed people's lives. So we are impacting people's life on the good way. It's that's about it, right? We don't need, I mean, money here, go and come, like that's fine. But it's about changing people's life. Yeah?
Yeah, that's why I'm sharing on LinkedIn. Actually, not because I want money, because I'm not really making any from like my activities, but I just want to tell people that okay, you can change your life and you can be like me, because I was like super unhappy, and now I'm like the opposite kind of like. So I flipped my life around, and just wanted to say I'm like I wasn't 19 when I did that, so you can still do it, and there's no age limit to that. Okay, I will wrap up slowly, so I have 3 more questions. So next question is, what's your favorite hacker movie?
My happy movie.
Hacker.
Ah, oh well, I
But
really
you
like
can share the happy movie as
yeah.
well.
I really like Mr. Robot. Like there's no way of escaping that, you know. It's amazing. But to be honest, the whole Mission Impossible, it's very good for security in general.
Oh,
Like it teaches a lot. Especially after the fourth movie, where things start being more technological and so on. But first three is also awesome. By the way, last one was released this year. Tom Cruise, yeah, is still alive. So I think Mission Impossible is very nice. Not specifically hacking, but there are a lot of techniques and security techniques, social engineering, and so on, that it's pretty nice. And I thought you asked happy movie. Happy movie, I would say it's Click from Adam Sandler. It's
oh,
it's you're gonna cry. It's happy, but you're gonna cry definitely.
yeah, I cry a lot at movies, so that's probably yeah, that's going to happen. And I was to get back to the previous thing that you said about creating besides Krakow and like our us meeting. So I believe that nothing happens without a reason. So I
Oh yeah.
think I think that's like something like yeah, serendipity. Yes, that's I think that's the word. So
Yep.
sometimes just and what was like the thing before besides Krakow, I said that I was like on the training, and I was like really a bit like intimidated because I was like very offensive security. I would say hard topic of the training, and I felt like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough, maybe I shouldn't go, and I was a bit like scared to go 2 hours before like the train that I already had purchased before. Yeah, no, I'm going. Like, let's do it. And I went, and actually, I figured like on the training, I've noticed like, okay, I did all of those things before. I have experience with that. It's not that difficult. And why am I doubting myself is ridiculous. And I really had a lot of fun on the train, learned a lot of things, and also the trainer got impressed with my because I was very active, like Arno saying what I know about the topic and like putting like my 5 cents into what he was saying. And so after like I don't know 3-4 hours, he asked me for my CV. So maybe going to that training actually part of me being where I am today. So just I don't know, don't self-reject yourself, guys. Just like do the thing that you were
Do
supposed
it.
to do,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Great.
don't
We
self-doubt.
were, I like to say we were all created to be great, like in general, not to be in a shelf or you know.
So we are the architects of our own life, and
Mm-hmm.
human beings don't really like truly realize how much potential, how much power we have to create our own destinies. So Yeah, we just wanted to say that out loud, that we shouldn't
Yeah,
like just wait, like, oh, we're waiting for a miracle to happen. Just do like this with your sleeves and do that thing and see what happens.
yeah.
Okay, so next question, your favorite food. I like food, so I always ask.
Oh, definitely, it's meat. Maybe for Polish people to understand, it's like steak,
Mm-hmm.
but not karkówka. Definitely a specific steak, like from Brazil. It's called picanha. It's
Okay,
becoming more popular here in Poland
taking
now.
notes.
You can find in Krakow easily. A bit expensive, but you can find this picanha. I can put on the chat there, for example. But yeah, it's kind of a barbecue. I'll say it's steak barbecue. It's best thing.
I'm interested. Thank you for sharing.
Wołowina, wołowina.
And oh, picanta. Interesting.
Yeah. If you read in Polish, you'd be something like picanha, but
Yeah.
in Portuguese, this N and H together, you would say picanha.
Picanha. Oh,
Yeah.
I know something of Portuguese right now. So
Yeah.
first word. Okay, so
And the most important one, nothing else you need.
so to share something about me, I'm a learner, and so it's like my core character traits. I love learning, so I just like learn languages because I don't know, to train my brain, because I like it and it's fun. Now I'm learning Japanese, for example. So
Oh,
that's a very dangerous thing that you just taught me, like how to pronounce one word, because I will get like sucked in and like learn. Next will be Portuguese.
yeah.
So
And I studied Japanese when I was 15 for 1 year. My neighbors were Japanese. I just know how to say bad words now. I didn't forget to memorize anything. And I know how to write my name, but that's all.
yeah, I know a lot of bad words from in Korean because I like mafia movies a lot.
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
okay, so I actually, that's like made me think, because you like we were talking about Portuguese, and I just remember that I really wanted to try surfing, and I watched that documentary about like the guy that surfed the highest wave, and it's on the coast of Portugal as well.
Mm-hmm,
So I was like thinking, oh, maybe I could like go there for like a year,
mm-hmm,
Airbnb, and like see, like check it out. I don't know.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, just like I'm like, I digress. But like my next question is, do you have any questions for me? Actually, like at the end.
Yes. If you could change anything in B-sides, what you would change? What you would see from last year? Or if you don't want to change anything, like what was the best, the good? Because we wanted to bring more people this year and share. So
Maybe I don't know. I think it was perfect. But like maybe what I would do is maybe like share more. Because I didn't know BSIDES Krakow existed even. Just my friend from Copenhagen told me that there'll be like the training, and then oh, that's pretty cool. I will go, and so just maybe promote it more. So that would be like the first thing that I would say. But maybe I'm like a special case here because I'm like, introverted. I don't really socialize a lot with like the Polish cyber community, and I just came back from abroad, and so I was like out of this world a bit. Maybe promote it more because it's like a very cool conference, and like maybe people from around Poland could come. Not because I think mostly was students from Krakow and the speakers. But over than that, I think it was perfect, and I had a lot of fun.
nice. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we promoted there this year already more. But anyway.
yeah, so you see that you're already on on the top of it. So good for that. And I'm tired, so that's why I have like problems with focusing a bit. So my last thing, what I wanted to say here, is to thank you for coming to my podcast, to answering all my questions, and to like sharing your knowledge and like your wisdom with us. And I think you're like a very good person. You're amazing. So that was like a pleasure to have you on here, and yeah, to have you answer my questions. And the last thing that I wanted to ask you is, like, I don't know, tell you, is that you can share your final words now, and you can share whatever you want to everyone.
Oh yeah, I would say thank you for I don't know, for submitting your talk last year. I thank you for supporting the BSIDES itself. Without speakers, without audience, there was no conference. So it's you who I should thank for the time today. Also, this hour that we can share a bit with other people, our mistakes, our things that we did right. So I think my last words would just say, if you are in IT, make sure everything is safe because everything depends on it. Like stop neglecting, stop just procrastinating this thing, stop saying that you don't have budget. Because if you got a answer and the other day you're gonna pay, so you have the budget. Push your bosses, managers, directors, whatever. Like the whole society today depends on software, so we need to make sure that they are safe. That's simple as that. And again, thank you.
Yeah, thank you again. And now I'm going to wave. Thank you. And so, yeah, that's it for today. And I'm going to wave still. And see you next week. Bye.